So one of the unique areas, I mean, of course, being on the outskirts of Stadtholm, one of the really cool and unique things about it is the different amounts of species that have actually made this place home. And one, of course, is the oryx, the gemsbok. And we get up, this is the second day of the safari. Once again, picture perfect conditions, a little bit of wind, which made it difficult to stalk, number one, and number two, obviously shot placement was key. But we found these animals bedding down in the mid-afternoon sun, kind of putting a stalk on them, and we came over the one ridge, and they obviously spotted us, and we got out into position roughly about 300 yards from here, and we watched them moving across the one hillside, and they just never really stopped and gave us the opportunity in a shootable distance. And especially on an animal like that, you don't want to risk anything, because once that animal has a bullet in it, you never know where it's going to go, and especially at those distances, it is just quite a risky shot. So well done to Cody for pulling it, saying that we're not going to do this at that sort of distance. It was a great opportunity for us to relook at things and reevaluate where we were. And we get up onto the one hillside and we spot the second group of oryxes, gemsbok. We get up, the beating sun down on you. It's never easy to put in a good stalk on that, because it's harsh, it's long hours on your feet, and it's maneuvering in spots that make it difficult, especially in the midday sun. But eventually we get up and we get into position just around this one bush, and once again Cody on the money, 270, never letting us down at age. One turning back at us, he saw us. Just hang on, he's gonna give you a shot. Okay. It was absolutely incredible experience, and once again, just highlighting how important an experience is to every single hunt. And those animals deserve it, and so does the guys coming out to hunt them. And that's the special part about being a professional hunter and an outfitter. So one thing that's always been unique about the Eastern Cape is the way we hunt kudu. The wind is howling, the conditions are terrible, it's freezing cold outside. But we find ourselves getting into a position where we see a group of 7 or 8 bulls feeding across a hillside at a distance. And once we had everything kind of set up, we highlight this one ginormous bull. Really a bull that's something so special for the Eastern Cape. And after back and forth between the 4 of us trying to figure out what's going to be the best route here and there, and it kind of plays out to a real Eastern Cape kudu hunt. Crawling underneath brush, crossing riverbeds, it was just something just out of almost what a storybook is kind of written on.
It's right here, look, and it comes this way.
What my concern is if we come from that side, we're not going to see, because you must remember the trees all this are. Cody, I just want to get a good look at him, because if he's not old enough, we're not going to shoot him. And we get into position, and we found this kudu bull kind of just huddled in the sun, sunning himself. And eventually at about 230 yards, he stepped out, and Cody managed to lay the hammer on him. To end it off, what better way to end off a great kudu hunt with a great kudu recovery and put us in some harsh conditions, but we managed to get it done, and it was an extremely, extremely special safari, and just kudos to Utanda Safaris.